I am joined now by James Vasina. James, hello to you. What security measures are you seeing on the Champs-Élysées, where you are right now?
Well, Nick, I think one of the most striking things that you can see right now is that the entire street has been closed off. People can walk around here on the street without fearing of being knocked over by cars. This is normally an extremely busy street, so the whole area has been closed off ahead of the festivities for tonight. Now, the police are around. There's going to be a lot of checks as we go later on into the evening. Cars are not obviously allowed into this area. But right now, the atmosphere is pretty festive. People taking a lot of photographs in the streets. Police themselves also taking advantage of this pretty exceptional time to take photos too. But a lot of people are expected here, as you mentioned. The mayor is expecting around 1 million people in this area to mark the beginning of 2024. 2024, which isn't just any date, of course, for Paris. It's the beginning of the Olympic year. And for that, of course, the police presence is going to be extremely important. This is a test, once again, to see how Paris can manage crowds. And it isn't just a question of crowds, is it? Of course, France is on high terrorist alert, but it's also a question of what people do get up to. Of course, as you know, the torching of cars is very common around this time of year in France. So much so that in other parts of France and some cities, underground car parks have been opened for free for people to be able to protect their cars overnight. But it isn't then just about Paris, but Paris in itself, of course, is the centre of all of this. On a good note, though, as you can see, there's a lot of things being prepared. There's going to be a show. There's going to be a whole amount of course, concerts and fireworks throughout the night. The mayor also wants to begin 2024 by breaking a record. They want to make the biggest Mexican wave ever tonight, to take advantage of the number of people who will be here as we move into the new year.
So, James, just tell us a little bit more about the incident that prompted security concerns specifically. We saw a violent episode on the 2nd of December near the Eiffel Tower.
Well, that is, of course, in the most recent attack that has happened here in Paris, when it was a tourist who was stabbed to death near the Eiffel Tower, so not too far away from here. That has, of course, prompted more fears about how France does manage crowds and the risks that does bring with them. But it's, of course, as I mentioned, not just about crowds, but individuals too, with that being, of course, a big issue for them. So that is a concern. And, of course, with the way that things will be leading up to the Olympics, it will be a very important part for them to make sure that everything does transition nice and smoothly into 2024 for people here, and also to you, of course, Nick, as we make our way into the new year.
Thank you to James there. James reporting from the Champs-Élysées in the centre of Paris.